Shalom, Lahayim, peace to the gods, Nawathan, Ka, Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, HaKodash. Giving all praises to Yahweh in the name Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors unto the elder apostles, elder bishops, and head elders who rule well, who I've learned this 100% truth from, who are the true leaders of all Israel today. Shalom to the hopeful elect scattered abroad, the house of David, 144,000, 12,000 men of each tribe of Israel, and the remaining 1/3 of men, women, and children. This is your brother Tazapanya, Banyamyan, of the sons Yashala camp out here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, Lord willing. This spiritual commentary is edifying to the elect. This is a response video to the angry prepper. All right, how to survive what's coming next. And see, these people are carnal, man. You know, there's no spirituality tied into it. And the apostles, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar on down, have been given the answer to this question for years, man. Okay? Since, coming on YouTube in the summer of 2007, even from before that, as long as they've been on the highways and hedges, man. Okay? So we constantly say it. The only way you can survive what's coming up next is if you are the elect. Okay, let's start off with that precept, matter of fact. Let's go to okay, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 9. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. All right, remnant is a small piece. All right, just like you have the elect nation of all the other nations, which is Israel, and an elect of the elect, which is the 1/3. Okay, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Not saying you would have been alphabet people, but you would have been destroyed. So the Most High created certain spirits, all right, that will survive what's coming next. You see? So without further ado, let's keep it moving.
But guys, you're going to need one thing above all to survive what comes next. You're going to need mental toughness, guys, to survive everything that's coming next.
Now, the mental toughness that he's talking about is different than the mental toughness that the prophets, the men of the Lord, talk about, okay? Because they actually acquire both his mental toughness that he's talking about with the extra, more potent, more useful substance of mental toughness that comes along with seeking out the Lord while he is found. Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6, and it reads, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation." You see? The fear of the Lord is his treasure. You see? So your strength, all right, your toughness of being able to survive, to be saved, because salvation is what? You ask a wacky tacky Christian, they don't know. It means the exemption from impending death. That's what salvation is. All right. And on a macro level, that is talking about the destruction of Babylon. All right, which is America. Okay, so mental toughness, the wisdom and knowledge of what? Of these scriptures. That's what's going to keep you stable in the times that he's talking about, which is coming next. The rough time, Jacob's trouble. Shalakia.
So many things coming down the pipe. I don't know where to start. I mean, yes, we had the possibility of nuclear war that could spark any day now, right?
Ain't no possibility, and it's not going to start any day now until that MOTB, the RFID hit, is globally mandated, punishable by death.
We have the financial collapse that can happen any day now.
Now that can happen any day now because they trying to do the reset, which we're in. which I just seen on End Time Headlines this morning. All right, for 2 consecutive months, the S&P 500 was in the negative. All right, where they had to do an actual correction because of it. You feel me? So it shows you that this shit is all manipulated. All right, like they say in Vegas, the house always wins, man. All right, thinking that you could gamble and make some bread in the stock market, you bugged out.
Hell, we got a meteor that's headed towards us in 159 years. A lot of us won't be here. Nonetheless, 159 years, this asteroid's supposed to crush this planet. We got a lot of shit going on. Plus, we got the WEF and their bullshit. We
I
got
don't even think he believed that meteor shit.
bullshit. CDC is trying to plan something new. President Biden's falling apart. Trump wants to come back into the presidency. The election's going to look like a shit show. With all of that happening, not to mention everything happening in your personal life, you need mental toughness. People are going to tell you mental toughness is only going to go so far, but you are going to have to harden yourself like a psych criminal patient, almost like Silence of the Lambs, Anthony Hopkins' character. You have to harden yourself beyond belief, because what comes next, guys, it's going to build up. It's not going to be a one event that starts off.
So in a sense, he's kind of right. You gotta, because like a psych patient, like you gotta look crazy almost. This is 1 Corinthians 4:10. We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. You see, so we're a spectacle to look at. You see, as the scripture says. All right, so people look at us as crazy. You know, it also says in Corinthians. Let's see if we could get that real quick. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him, you see. And we are fools for Hamashiach's sake. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned, you see. So the things that we do can only be spiritually discerned, and is looked as foolishness to what everybody think what the Israelites is doing on the street corners and staying in the Bible and praying and keeping high holy days and so on and so forth.
Forces it all. It's going to be a multitude of things, and I'm starting to notice a multitude of things that's going to lead to the collapse of society. Now, it won't be a complete collapse of society. Nonetheless, it's going to be a collapse of society. Everything that's happening is being built or set in motion, to break your mental toughness, to break you down, to weaken you, to make you sick, so that you can turn around and get a shot in your arm and make you strong again. But that's the bullshit they're starting to push now, right? Anyway, mental toughness, guys. The first thing about mental toughness is know that you're going to die. Know it. Know that anything that happens next, guys, you could die. Here in New York City, apparently, you can't even wait for a fucking bus or walk down the street without getting shot at stacks. Know that you're going to die. That settles or builds a baseline for your mental toughness.
Yeah, so we know what we signed up for, you see. So what he's saying is on a carnal level, you feel me? The scriptures do say for all men are appointed to die once, and then after that, the judgment, roughly paraphrasing, because we all have died, because reincarnation is biblically sound. All right, but we know that it could be our lot, all right, that the Most High had for our spirit in these vessels for us to die. Lord willing, you see what I'm saying? If we do die, is from not taking that chip, you feel me? And them cutting our heads off, and we in the chariots first. You see what I'm saying? Because we'll rather die for righteousness' sake. But by understanding that you deserve death, because the wages of sin is death, and we have all sinned before. All right, that the fear of death, and that Yahushua overcame death. You know, where's thy bitter sting anymore? You see what I'm saying? We don't fear it. You see what I'm saying? Because we was in confusion before. We didn't understand the inner workings of how the Most High set up, life and death. But now we do in this truth, because it's in the scriptures. You see? So know how things is going to go, meaning we prophesy, we know in part, and we prophesy in part. You feel me? So, if that's our lot, that's our lot. So we move around with that peace of mind, knowing that as long as we stay in this thing, you see what I'm saying, and we of the elect, Whether if we die on this side, you see what I'm saying, by not taking the C hit, we still gonna reap the reward and the labors that we have done. The Most High gonna reward it.
Because if you're scared of dying, the mental toughness is going to take a toll. And you can't be mentally tough if you're scared of dying. And I've been learning that, right? And so with that, guys, for an example, myself, for everything I've been through within the last year has built mental toughness. To boot, so to top it all off, knowing that I can die at any fucking moment now, or that I can be diagnosed with cancer because I'm a World Trade Center survivor, or because I was fighting fires without my mask on, whatever it is, guys.
Well, see, we supposed to bear our cross daily, which means an exposure to death. We're supposed to present our bodies as a living sacrifice. You see what I'm saying? We know that we don't own our bodies. Yahweh Shah died for us. So why not put our life on the line? You see what I'm saying? To push his gospel. You see? So, we look at this thing spiritually, man.
I know that I can develop cancer and be dead in 6 months, or find out I have cancer tomorrow. Nonetheless, I know that can happen. So knowing that it's happened and comfortable with that happening, I'm not saying I'm comfortable like, hey man, I'm going to die tomorrow, but I'm just saying comfortable with it and knowing that it can happen, the mental toughness, guys, starts to make everything solid within you. If that makes sense. Because what's going to come next, guys, is going to completely browbeat us for the next few years. It's not going to be a one-day event. It's not going to be a 1 hour event. It's going to be an event, guys, that's going to keep building up, or events that are going to keep building up, trying to break your solitude.
Now, that's a half truth. All right? Because notice he said 1 day or 1 hour. Well, let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 18, start at verse 8. It reads, therefore shall her plagues come in 1 day. So you off, angry prepper. Death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power, who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth, who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her. Who is her? Babylon, America. When they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment. See, so they know that the torment, they were scared. They know that World War III, Third World, Russia, and everybody else who has nuclear missiles is going to destroy America. You see, so they in their bunkers, standing afar off outside of America. All right, saying, alas, alas, the great city Babylon, thy mighty city. For in 1 hour, so you wrong again, double whammy, is thy judgment come. All right, it's only going to take an hour. So yeah, it's going to be gradualism. So what he said was a half truth. All right, it's going to be events that lead up to that, but the climax will take 1 hour. All right, to destroy this place. In 1 day, all them plagues is going to come. Thus saith the Lord.
Your peace, your state of mind. We watched a lot of people's state of mind break during Mr. 19's lockdown. That started a lot of people off the deep end. Psych issues, mental health issues, if you will, went up because of that. We're going to see more of that. So you have to be fucking solid in your mental toughness game. Staying hard, guys, is not that hard. I know that sounded weird, but staying hard is not a hard thing to do, guys.
Well, if you're not a man of the Lord, it is going to be hard. But for the elected of the Lord, it's going to be relatively easy, meaning that they're going to be able to do it. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. You see? So only those is going to be able to endure that toughness that comes along with being in this truth, man.
That means that there are just certain things you're going to have to shut off. Like, for example, watching the news every day. If you feel your stomach hurting every time you look at the news, if you feel some worry every time you look at a YouTube channel, turn it off.
Well, see, and that's completely contrary to the scriptures, and it's showing you he don't know how to survive what's coming next. He's just making shit up. We supposed to be watching daily, exhorting our brethren daily, watching what's going on in the world. You feel me? Oh, I was making me sick to my stomach. So you don't have the mental toughness then. We're trying to prepare. The scriptures say that thine heart shall meditate on terror. Yes, the fishes are going to be turned into hunters, but the terror is also going to come before that, of what the wrath of the Lord is going to come down into the earth, man. We're preparing ourselves for that day, man. Let's go to the book of First Peter, chapter 1, verse 13. It says, "Wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober, not into all these other philosophies." I'm noticing now preparation, doomsday prepper, that it's like it's a wine, bro. It's a whole nother philosophy. And you're not supposed to be drinking of that wine, spiritually speaking. It says, "And hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach." You see? So you're supposed to get your mind ready in a warlike scenario of what to see war. You see what I'm saying? Mass death and pestilence and famines and all that stuff going on, man. All right? You can't handle. Listen, you chose to eat the roll, and the whole roll, it was sweet when it first hit your tongue. Now it's bitter. But see, just like medicine, all right, it's bitter and it's going to heal you. So if you endure to the end, salvation is of the elect, man. And Lord willing, we of that number.
Stop. Once you turn it off, war game what you just heard. Think of a plan. You need to develop a plan and how you're going to react to everything that might happen. So when it does happen, guys, you're ready to rock and roll. It's like going on a fire. Every firefighter.
I'll pretty much leave it at that because now you're just going into something else. All right, so I'm going to leave you with 3 precepts to prove, okay, that the only way to survive was coming next. Because if you follow the apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, all right, and the affiliates, okay, camps, all right, they all teach the same doctrine, the true doctrine of Yahweh Shai, all right, and there's only one way to survive what's coming up next. 1, you have to be the elect, but 2, what is coming up next? The 3 main prophecies that we push, okay, which is the mark of the beast, the radio frequency identification, all right, micro C-hip, all right, sub implanted in your epidermis, in your right hand, okay, or in your cranium. All right. And then when that's pushed, all hell's gonna break loose. Jacob's trouble. Okay. All amounts of, you know how they say, what was it? Was it a movie, a series, 10,000 Ways to Die? The Most High had set up, various ways how people's gonna get they clock punched. You see what I'm saying, in the Jacob's trouble, whether it be by beast, by sword, all right, by pestilence or by famine. You see what I'm saying? And then the final climax of it, World War III, all right, with the thermonuclear equipped hypersonic intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right. And the only way, if you live in Babylon, which is America, because it's going to be fully destroyed, the only way to survive that, the climax of this movie that the Most High set up, is by being delivered by the angels. That's coming with Michael, Mayaka Allah, the archangel, all right, second in command under Yahweh Shai, okay, the chariots of Israel, okay, to be beamed up into the Father's ship. Okay, so this is Psalm chapter 27, verse 5. It says, "For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion." What time of trouble is this talking about? Jacob's trouble. What's his pavilion? All right, the Father's ship, man. All right, let's look up that word pavilion real quick. Psalms 27. All right, Salakia. Psalms 27 and 5. When we look up that word pavilion, it's sock. All right, thicket, lair, covert, booth. All right, covert, den, pavilion, tabernacle. When you go into the root word, it's sakak. All right, it says to hedge, fence about, shut in, to block, overshadow, screen, stop the approach, shut off, cover. All right. when you go to the strong definitions, by implication, to fence in, cover over, figuratively, protect. Look at this. Cover, defense, defend, hedge in, join together, set, shut up. You see? So wait, it said defend. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 31 and 5. It says, as birds flying, so will Yahweh of hosts of armies defend Jerusalem. And Jerusalem was a people before it was a place. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. You see? So why does it say as birds flying? Because that's the metaphor, the symbolism that the prophet Isaiah, all right, was using for us to understand thousands of years later of what we now know as so-called UFOs, okay? Supernatural vehicles of the angels, okay? So it's going to defend. So now let's go back again to Psalms 27, right? It says, for in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. All right, you look up that word rock, it's tazawar. All right, tazawar. The root word, all right, to bind, besiege, confine, cramp, to shut in, enclose, same shit, you see? And doesn't it say in 2nd Esdras 13 that Ezra saw a mountain? Mountains are made of what? Rocks, right? That no man built, put his hands on, and he couldn't find out where this mountain was carved out of. You see? So the only way the survival is coming up next, man, is to be beamed up. There is no possible way of human life survivalness or whatever, all right, if 200 million warheads with megaton, gigaton nuclei payloads, nuclear fission payloads that is going to hit America and make the whole earth reel, shake to and fro like a drunken man. The only way out of that is through a miracle, which is Yahweh Shai, his angels delivering you as birds flying, as we just read. All right, so now we're going to go to the last precept, close it out. This is Isaiah chapter 26 and 20. It says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. All right, you look up the word chambers, is very similar to pavilion, man. It means the inward part, tabernacle, tent, hut. All right, and then it even uses curtain, right? And remember in Isaiah 2, it says that he makes the windows, the heavens, he spread them out like a curtain. Okay, so you're going to be beamed up into the heavens, into a chariot, all right? The second heaven, all right, which is your terms of outer space, above the firmament, so to speak, as you're looking down, seeing the sea of glass, the firmament mingled with fire, because it's going to be an aerial view of the lake of fire, America being destroyed by missiles. It says, and shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as if it were for a little moment, until the indignation, which is righteous anger, and the Most High is angry at Babylon righteously, be overpassed. You see? So, hey, it is what it is. That's the only way to survive what's coming up next. One, you have to be of the elect. All right? And two, it's going to be a strange salvation, as the scripture said. I'll end up on that. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1, and it reads, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints? Or when the saints go marching in, or when the saints go marching in, oh, how I want to be of that number. We want to be numbered of the children of the Most High, the Israelites, man. Hey, with that, man, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, call Allah Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Achad. All right. Hey, man, bless you, Yahweh, bless you, Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Until the next time, Akim, Lord willing, I was edifying to the elect. Yahweh Bashem Shah Barakatham. To all you tuning in, you Akim, Wa Akwath, you brothers and sisters, man. May the Lord bless you. All right. To the next time. Shalom.